Oh, I think I'm live now. Am I live on YouTube? I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've ever, I don't know why I'm talking quiet either. I'm here by myself. This is the first time I've gone live on YouTube. Hooray, 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 hooray. Do something every day that scares you, right? I have just heard so much about YouTube going live, and I've done Facebook Live a few times, but I thought this was the perfect kind of throw myself in head first, no editing, so all this babbling that I'm doing I can't cut out. This was a good way to test the waters and try some Facebook Live. So I thought the perfect way to do a Facebook Live for the first time is to, hold on, let me just make sure I hope this is going on YouTube. Must be going on YouTube, right? That's how much I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. And I'm looking there, I'm like going back to like rudimentary YouTubing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Right. I'm just going to talk. And if this ends up just somewhere in the world, not on YouTube, then there you go. I thought what I would do was, because I don't have like a ton of followers, there's a chance that nobody will join this. So I was going to do like a 50, not 50, there's 50 questions, but there's like a Q&A basically. I'm going to go for 20 minutes and I've pulled up a random Q&A that I was just going to answer a few questions. So if you're new to my channel, you can get to know me a little better. Or if you're not new, and you've subscribed, we can invest in the relationship a little bit, shall we? So I haven't seen these questions. I kind of picked the website and kind of did a quick scroll through to go. It's not going to ask me about like sex or anything I don't want to really talk about. And it doesn't, so we can dive right in. And also I'm going to give you guys an update later on my Life in the UK test, which if you are subscribed to my channel, you'll know what that is. Right, so let's start at the beginning. Number one is, are you named after anyone? So if you're new here, my name is Eileen Vincett. Welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. Check out some of my other videos and subscribe. My first name, Eileen, is not named after anybody like in our family, but I do think it was a name that my dad liked, and it was a girl that went to high school with him had this name, and looking in his old yearbooks, I think she was prom queen. So I think that's how he got the idea for it. And also it's Irish, and my dad's name is Patrick, my son's name is Patrick, and our ancestors are from Ireland. So I think there were a few things working towards that name for my dad when he picked it. Let's see, number two is, when was the last time you cried? Oh, that's easy. I cried this morning. I love a speech on the ESPYs called the Jim Valvano speech. If you don't know it, Google it, Jim Valvano ESPY speech. In it, he says that to have a full day, every day, you should laugh to the point of tears, you should cry, something should move you to tears, and you should spend some time in thought. And I try to do that every day. I don't go out looking for reasons to cry, but usually I'm moved pretty much every day. It doesn't take much. So this morning I was watching, this is really cheesy, but I was watching Celine Dion's performance from the Billboard Awards last night. She did My Heart Will Go On to kind of celebrate 20 years of Titanic and My Heart Will Go On. And it was amazing. It was absolutely beautiful because Celine Dion just has an amazing voice, but it was also really poignant because, you know, like her husband, well, I think you know, her husband Renee died a year, maybe 2 years ago. Gosh, it might even be longer than that now. And the song is so much, you know, you're not here anymore, but my heart will go on, cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. But given where she is in her life now versus where she was when the song was first released, it was quite a powerful performance to me. And I got a little watching it. So there's that. Let's see. The next question is, do you have kids? Yes, I have one son, Patrick. If you've seen my videos before, you've seen him. If not, go check out my channel. Subscribe, watch a video, watch my son, he's adorable. If you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? Oh, wow. Would I be a friend of myself? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would. I think I'm pretty cool. I love it how it took me a minute to think about that. Would I? Yeah, I would. I think one of my flaws is that I'm tough. I expect a lot out of myself. Therefore, a flaw of mine would be that I tend to expect a lot out of those around me, and that can make me a tough friend sometimes. I have pretty high expectations. So, but with that said, I'm also pretty humble. Like somebody can call me out and be like, check yourself. What are you doing? And I'm cool with that. So yeah, I think I'd be friends with myself. I can make people laugh. That's for sure. That's what I bring to the table. Let's see. What? I am scrolled way too far down. What are your friends with? Do you use sarcasm a lot? Sarcasm? No, that's not how you say it. It's sarcasm. Do you use sarcasm a lot? No, never, never. Yes, all the time. All the time, probably too much. What's the first thing you notice about people? I think I notice, I think if they have a sense of humor, I'm really, really down with like funny people. I think laughter can bring so much to any situation. And if you're funny, then I'm down with you. So that's the first thing I noticed. If you'd asked me when I was 20, I would have been like, somebody's eyes. Nah, not really as into that anymore. If you're funny, you're cool with me. Oh, funny. The next question is, what is your eye color? I think they're blue. Are they blue? Yeah, they're bluish, greenish, hazel. I don't know. Bluish. Scary movie or happy endings? Happy endings all day long. I give you happy ending. Yeah, happy endings for sure. I'm not into scary movies. Favorite smells. Oh, this is really like creepy mom, but like the smell of my son in the morning, I just give him a little cuddle and I think he smells like love. I love him. Yeah, that's probably my favorite. And truffle and cheese. Lots of cheese. Let's see. Pair of smells. What's the furthest you've been from home? Hong Kong, probably. No. If you look at a globe, would Hong Kong be further than home or India? I'm embarrassed, I don't know that. India. India is definitely further, isn't it? That's the complete opposite side of the world. Yeah, India is the furthest I've been from home, and it was an absolutely incredible trip. Let's see. What's the first time home? Do you have any special talents? All of my talents are special. What is a special talent I have? I can belch on cue. That's really, really gross, but that is the absolute truth. When I used to do musical theater, I had that on my resume, that if you needed somebody who was going to burp on cue, that was me. That's my talent. I won't do it now. Let's see. Where were you born? Excuse me. I was born in a little town called, well, it's not that little compared to where I live now, but Jacksonville, North Carolina, North Kakalaki in the United States. It is also home of Camp Lejeune, which is the largest amphibious Marine Corps base in the world, training on water and land. I used to go to the beach growing up, and I would lay on the beach and look out in the water and see guys like jumping into the water from helicopters because they were doing training exercises at the beach while I was getting a nice tan. Yeah, it was interesting. Let's see, where were you born? What are your hobbies? My hobbies are CrossFit. I'm obsessed with CrossFit. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've only been doing it for about 8 months, but it is something that I look forward to doing at least 3 times a week, more if I have time. And I love that. Also, I love watching RuPaul's Drag Race. And I love watching videos about drag queens. I'm drag queen obsessed. Like, I don't know if that'll come out more as we go on my YouTube channel, but I love a drag queen. I can tell you a lot about the most popular ones because I love them. They're very, let me go a little deeper. The reason I love drag queens is because they are so funny, and they just all have impeccable senses of humor, and they get into these amazing characters through their drag. And I think it's an art form, and I'm really, really into costumes and dressing up. Like, I love Halloween. I love any kind of like dress up party or fancy dress we say in the UK. So I absolutely love a drag queen for all those reasons. Let's see, what are your hobbies? Do you have any pets? I do not have pets. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 2 amazing older brothers. Loved growing up the youngest of 3 and having 2 older brothers. It's funny, I don't remember living in the house with my oldest brother because he's 13 years older than I am. And then my other brother, I remember him being in high school and university, but yeah, so we weren't super close like when I was a kid because they were just much older. There was 5 years difference between me and my middle brother. But once we grew into adults, like now we are absolutely best friends, and It's really special. They're very cool. My brother, my middle brother is my in case of emergency contact. That's how close we are in case of emergency. Excuse me, I'll have a tickle in my throat. Okay. Do I have siblings? I said. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, I'm grown up, and I still don't know what I want to be. Stay tuned. I've done a lot of things. I've been a designer. I've done musical theater. I've started my own company. I've birthed a child. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. We'll see. Who was your best friend? Who was my best friend? She still is. My best friend is a girl named Tara. She's absolutely lovely. She is, we've been best friends since we were like 2 or 3 years old, which we like to tell everybody that we see when we're together, when we've had a few too many drinks. We like to let them know how long our friendship has lasted, which is hysterical. Let's see. How tall are you? I'm 5'4". So I'm pretty short, but I do wear a high heel. And I don't know what that is in centimeters. 5'4". Funniest moment throughout school. Oh God, I graduated from school a long time ago. Funniest moment in school. Gosh, I don't know. I did funniest moment in school. It's too long ago, you guys. I've aged out of that one. Funniest moment in school. I have no idea. How many countries have you visited? Oh, it would take the whole live broadcast for me to try to count. I'm gonna guess I've been to 25 countries. That is a guess. I don't know. Oh, I have a viewer. Hi, viewer. I have no idea how this works. Like if I can see questions or this is my first time broadcasting live, you guys. So bear with me. Let's see. How many countries have I visited? What was your favorite worst subject in high school? No question, math. I am not a math person. I am terrible at math. I never even made it to trigonometry. I never even made it to calculus. I think I did like algebra 2 in high school. And then when I went to university, I did college algebra because I didn't want to push myself in the math world. I knew I wanted to do musical theater. There was no reason in my mind to do math. And then ironically, I went into fashion design, which requires a ton of math. But luckily, not too much that requires a calculator. So that was good. So kids, if you're not good at math, fear not. You will still go very, very far. Let's see. What is your favorite drink? My favorite drink is a dry, crisp white wine or coffee. Coffee, or tea. What's my favorite animal? What's my favorite animal? I'm down with a cute rabbit. No. What's my favorite animal? I like manatees. Manatees are cool because what do they call them? Like sea cows, right? Because they're like slow and cute. Are they cute? They're not cute, are they? I'm gonna go rabbit. That's not rabbit. I don't know. You can obviously see I don't feel strongly enough about any animal to say that they're my favorite. My favorite perfume. Ooh, I really love Jo Malone. Jo Malone is primarily known for its candles, but I really get down with a Jo Malone perfume. They're very good. What would you or have you named your children? I was saying before, I've named my child Patrick. That's my son. He's named after my father. On my father's side, generationally, is that a word? Generally, it goes Patrick Thomas, Patrick Thomas, Patrick Thomas. So my son's Patrick, my brother's Thomas, my dad's Patrick, my grandfather was Thomas. You see where I'm going with that. What would I name my other children? Not sure yet because I'm not pregnant. I'm trying to get pregnant, but I'm not pregnant. You can go find my video on my channel, Eileen Vincett, of 10 names that I love but I won't be using. That gives you an idea of what my child naming style is if you wanted to check that out. What sports do you play or have you played? I've played, gosh, quite a few sports. I think when I was a kid, my parents stuck me in every sport possible. And then it was kind of like, okay, now choose two. Like I've played baseball, I played basketball. I played soccer quite a bit growing up. I played soccer pretty competitively. And I say pretty competitively, like, oh, I almost went to the Olympics. I didn't almost go to the Olympics. I played soccer with the boys up until I was like in 8th or 9th grade. And then I switched to girls. Because it's quite competitive where I come from. I'm from North Carolina and a lot of like the best girls soccer players come from North Carolina. I just don't happen to be one of them because I stopped playing after high school. And then I also did dance, which I consider a sport. I did dance team at university. It is a sport. So that's what I did. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Oh, I have a couple. I really like, I love it that that question's in here. I did not look at these questions before I started this broadcast. And I love that they've got a YouTube spin in it. Some of my favorite YouTubers are, I really like Amanda Muse, because when I got into YouTubing, I was seeing a lot of these like mom channels, and a lot of them are very like, and here's my perfect house, and here's my cleaning routine when I like dust head to toe every single day, and you know, here's my perfect makeup and my perfect wardrobe. And that ain't real life. I'm sorry. That's a highly edited version of yourself. And I really like how Amanda Muse is just much more kind of down to earth, and she's funny. Her husband's funny. I just vibe with her. I think, I don't know. I think if she lived in my town, we would hang out. We would get drinks. We might even double date, because she's just very cool. So Amanda Muse, I like her a lot. I like Wow Presents because it's drag queens, and I like watching drag queen interviews because I think they're absolutely hysterical. And there's one other, it starts with an M. It's a family, and I don't remember their name, but their videos are just absolutely beautiful. They're very well edited. I'll mention it in my video tomorrow because I can't remember it now. In case you're watching this on playback, you can see my video tomorrow. The Mutual Acts, something gorgeous, gorgeous videos. Let's see. I'm going to stay live for about another 5 minutes, just get through a few more of these, and I will update you on my life in the UK test and how that went. How many girlfriends or boyfriends have you had? I ain't even going to try to count. I'm married now. That's all that matters. Favorite memory from childhood? Oh gosh, I have so many. I think my favorite memories from childhood all kind of involve things like with my family, which is kind of interesting. It's very broad, but it's not like, you know, stuff at school. It's not stuff with sports. It's always around like trips that I took with my family, whether it was like to Disney or New York, or, you know, something that's not even super expensive, like camping. Camping, probably. I have a lot of really great memories of that. Let's see. How would you describe your fashion sense? My fashion sense, easy to describe. It is minimal. I am on a quest to become more of a minimalist. I have a uniform. I wear jeans and some sort of a t-shirt most days. When I say t-shirt, just like a solid shirt. And then if I am going out or I have a business meeting, I will zhuzh it up with a funky piece of jewelry and funky shoes. I'm a shoe lover, shoeholic. So yeah, I will zhuzh things up with shoes. 2 viewers now. Hi guys, how's everybody doing? I don't know if I can see like comments. I don't know how that works. Could somebody type a comment just so I can see if I can see it? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. What phone do you have? iPhone 6, 7. Tell us one of your bad habits. What's a bad habit that I have? I stress stupid things too much. That's a bad habit. I do a lot of what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that. And oh, here's the chat. Is that right? Can people see? Can somebody type a comment so I can see if I can see your comments? Yeah, I don't know how it works. One of my bad habits is, yeah, I stress stupid things. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? And I'm talking about like if we're just going for a day out, so stupid. And I go back to my therapist in New York, who would just say, after I go on a rant, what if? She goes, yeah, what if that does happen? Then it's no big deal. So I stress stupid things, and that's weird because I have perspective on what's important in life, but I still tend to stress stupid things, which I work on every single day. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of perfect because I was planning to wrap it up, but I got through all of them. Awesome. That's the last question. So this is my first time going live. I don't really know, to be honest with you, if I have done things right. I'm still learning as I go. But one thing I promised when I said I was going to go live is I was going to update people on how my life in the UK test went. I am trying to secure my indefinite leave to remain visa, which, just to give you a quick overview, like every 4 years I've lived here, every 3 years I've lived here, I've had to get a new visa to be able to stay in the country. But indefinite leave to remain is one visa that you get that is indefinite. It's just forever and ever more. So once I get this visa, I'll never have to like ask to move back to the country. I'll always be able to. But the other thing that I'm working towards is getting my citizenship. So I'll get indefinite leave to remain, and then I get my citizenship, which means I can vote in elections. And it just kind of gives me more of that citizen status. And for my family's viewpoint, like my husband has a British passport, my son does, it'd be helpful if I did too, just for like logistical things like going to the airport and stuff like that, being able to like go through security easier, all having the same passport, rather than, you know, like, oh, I'll meet you on the other side, and then one of us has a line that's super long and one has one that's short. It's just going to be easier. It's just going to be easier. So I'm going to get my citizenship, and I had to take this test to get, as part of the process, you have to take this test called the Life in the UK test. And you guys, it is so hard. You have to know like all British history, like Stone Ages. When did the first Christians arrive in Britain? That would have been the 3rd and 4th century AD, in case you're interested. The Copper Age, the Iron Age, the Bronze Age, and then you get into all the monarchs, and you have to know, like, you know, who was the first monarch, who was the first king of England, what was the War of the Roses, what was the North, you get the idea. You had to know everything. And I studied really, really hard in the end. I crammed. I didn't study as much as I should on the front, but I'm a crammer before the test kind of girl, and it's worked out okay for me. So I did that. I crammed, and I got to the test, got in there, got into the room, and like kind of flew through the questions. There were 24 questions, and I could only miss 24. I could only miss 6. So what I would do is I would flag the ones I wasn't sure about, right? So there were 5 that I thought I might know, but I wasn't positive, so I flagged them. Got to the 6th one, and I was like, oh crap, this is gonna be the one that if I flag it, I can't flag anymore. So this is a really big question. And the question was, you guys, it was, what is the legal requirement for dog owners in the UK? I was just like, I can tell you more about the history of this country than most people living here. I can tell you how many members of parliament there are, how many members there are in the Welsh General Assembly and the Scottish Parliament and the North, whatever. I can tell you so many minute details about England, and you're gonna ask me what the legal requirement is for dog owners. Like, I laughed out loud in the test, which caught the judge, the guy who was like watching us take the test, adjudicator, is that what it's called? I laughed out loud, and then I put a flag next to it, went back and answered the others, and I was confident about enough of them that I was like, all right, I've probably passed. And then I guessed, like the choices were A, the dog's name, B, the owner's name, C, the dog's breed, and D, like the owner's contact information. So I was like, okay, fine, owner's contact information, duh. But then like, is it the dog's name? Is it the owner's name? And here's the thing, like, I passed the test. That's the big news. I passed the test. Woo! I passed. That's like a cheer thing. Yes, passed. I passed the test, but I don't know what the answer to they don't tell you like which questions you missed or what the right answer was. So I just started asking British friends after telling this hysterical story. And y'all, none of them knew. Like, my dog owner friends weren't even sure. But one person told me what they thought it was. They have 2 dogs, to give them some street cred. They think it's the dog's name and the owner's contact information, which is what I put on the test. So I think I might have gotten it right. So if you call the owner, then you're like, I have your dog Buffy. I have your dog Sparky. Like, so you can tell them so they know it's definitely their dog that you have. I guess it makes sense. I don't know. But the bottom line is I passed. I'm on my way to get my indefinite leave to remain, which is awesome. I've really, really needed to get it for some time because it's quite pricey to get visas, and it's just gonna make life a lot easier. So I'm gonna sign off, guys, but it's been really cool doing this Facebook Live. I don't even know, like, if you guys have been able to write comments, if I can respond to comments. I don't really know how it works, but I'm hoping that the broadcast at least went through to YouTube. If you are new stopping by, or if you're playing this back, hi, I'm Eileen. Check out my channel, subscribe. You can go back and watch some of my videos, join the chat. It'd be great to get to know you a little better. I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I'll be posting a video tomorrow, which is kind of a Debbie Downer video, but I need to post it to keep it real and let you guys know what's going on. I'm gonna post tomorrow, and then again Thursday. And I guess that's it. So I will see you guys soon. Take care, have an awesome day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.